Hello everyone, after discussing the extent and layers of scalp, now we will discuss about the nerve supply of scalp. And nerve supply of scalp is by 10 nerves. Nerve supply of scalp is by 10 nerves in each half of the midline. In each half of the midline. In each half of the midline. Means this is midline. Here it is supplied by 10 nerves and also 10 nerves. So 10 nerves, 10 in number, and we have sensory and motor. Out of this 10, 8 are sensory and 2 are motor. 8 are sensory and 2 are motor. Now the sensory nerves, they carry sensory impulses from scalp to the brain, while the motor nerves, they carry motor impulses from brain to the scalp. And the sensory nerves, they are 8 in number and motor, they are 2 in number. So I will show you here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so out of this 8, 4 are in front of ear, in front of auricle, 4 are in front of auricle, and 4 are behind the auricle. 4 are behind the auricle. Okay, and out of this motor, 1 is in front of auricle and 1 is behind the auricle. So I will label now this. So this first is supratrochlear. First of all, I will write down here. First is supratrochlear. Supratrochlear. This is supratrochlear. Second, supraorbital. Third, this third is zygomaticotemporal. Fourth, this fourth is auriculotemporal. These 4 sensory nerves, they are in front of auricle. Now behind auricle, this fifth is greater auricular nerve. Greater auricular. Then sixth, this sixth, lesser occipital. Then seventh, this seventh, greater occipital. And this 8, that is last sensory, is third occipital. Okay, these are the 8 sensory nerves. Now this is superficial temporal and this one is posterior auricular branch. Superficial temporal and posterior auricular branch, these are the motor. So this is motor supply, and from this side I have shown sensory supply. But remember that 10 nerves are present here and 10 on another side of midline. That is, in each half of the midline 10 nerves are present, and out of this 10, 8 are sensory and 2 are motor. And out of this 8 sensory, 4 are present in front of auricle and 4 are present behind the auricle. And out of this 2 motor, that is superficial temporal, is present in front of auricle and posterior auricular is present behind the auricle. This is about the blood supply, arterial supply of the, this is about the nerve supply of the scalp. Now we will see the arterial supply of the scalp. Okay, arterial supply, and for arterial supply I will draw here I will show arterial supply in the same diagram. Okay, I will show you arterial supply in the same diagram, and arterial supply of the scalp is by 5 arteries. Arterial supply of the scalp is by 5 arteries, and out of these 5, 3 are present in front of auricle, 3 are present in front of auricle, and 2 are present behind the auricle. 2 are present behind the auricle. Now, which are they? So, 3 are present in front, 1, 2 and 3, and 4 and 5 they are present behind the auricle. So, this is supratrochlear, second supraorbital, then superficial temporal, then posterior auricular, and this is occipital. Okay, these are the five arteries on each half of the midline. Means these 5 they are also present on this side also. Okay, and out of this 5, 3 are present in front of the auricle, that is supratrochlear, supraorbital, superficial temporal, and 2 they are present behind the auricle, posterior auricular and occipital. Now, this supraorbital and supratrochlear, they are branches of ophthalmic artery, and ophthalmic artery is in turn is a branch of internal carotid artery, while the other branches are superficial temporal, posterior auricular and occipital. They are branches of external carotid artery. This is about the arterial supply of the scalp. Now we will discuss the last topic in the anatomy of scalp, that is venous drainage of the scalp. And venous drainage of scalp. Okay, and venous drainage of scalp, I will draw a rough diagram here. This is supratrochlear and supraorbital. So I will write down here first, second, they join to form angular vein, that is third, and angular vein it continues as a fascial vein. So first is supratrochlear, it combines with supraorbital, it forms angular vein, and this angular vein it continues as a fascial vein. Now what happens? Superficial temporal vein it combines with maxillary vein. So fifth is superficial temporal, sixth is superficial temporal vein, it combines with maxillary vein. Superficial temporal it combines with maxillary vein and it forms retromandibular vein. Seventh is retromandibular vein, and this retromandibular vein it gives anterior division and posterior division. This anterior division of retromandibular vein it combines with the fascial vein and it forms common fascial vein. So anterior division of retromandibular vein it combines with the fascial vein and it forms, this is it forms common fascial vein. Okay, common fascial vein, and this common fascial vein it drains into internal jugular vein. This common facial vein drains into internal jugular vein. Now, this posterior division of retromandibular vein, it receives posterior auricular branch, that is 10. It receives posterior auricular vein. It receives posterior auricular vein. Okay, and this posterior auricular vein, and it combines together and it drains into, this is external jugular vein, and it drains into subclavian vein, Now another vein here is occipital vein, and it drains into occipital plexus. This is occipital vein draining into occipital plexus. So let us just quickly revise the things. Supratrochlear vein combines with supraorbital vein, it forms angular vein, and angular vein continues as a facial vein. This facial vein, okay, and this is superficial temporal vein, it combines with maxillary vein and it forms retromandibular vein. Retromandibular vein, it gives anterior and posterior branch. Anterior division of retromandibular vein combined with facial vein, and it forms common facial vein which open into internal jugular vein. Then posterior auricular vein combined with posterior division of retromandibular vein, and it forms external jugular vein which drain into subclavian vein. This is about the venous drainage, and this is all about the anatomy of scalp. Okay, in anatomy of scalp we have studied extent, layer, blood supply, venous drainage, and nerve supply. Okay, thank you so much. Keep watching.